Now, in the 2 years I've been on YouTube, didn't you notice it was my 2-year birthday-versary and a birthday? I forgot, so why would you remember? But I have learned that jealousy is not a good look for a YouTube creator. But sometimes I just can't help it. Like today, for example, I've got real mustache envy because the subject of today's video has not only got one mustache better than me, but he's got two.
Hi all, welcome back to Sunshine City Show.
Yeah, one over each eye.
Go nuts on my nuts.
Well, now that I've set your expectations for this video, we can get on with it. So, the topic of today's video isn't very good at editing. He's got a cracking pair of eyebrows, much better than mine, and I like to make childish jokes. Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Playing a Blinder with me, the Creaky Blinder. So, enough of the pleasantries, let's just get straight into it.
Not educated to think, they're only educated to remember. So not educated to think or inspire. So Antifa types, YouTube, everywhere they are willing to argue. They go, oh, you know, these Trump people are nuts.
Well, I'm not going to make any comment about Donald Trump because the last time I did, yeah, it didn't go quite as I'd expected. But basically what he's talking about here is conspiratorial extremist types. But it'll become much more clear as we get further into the video. And when I say clear, I mean as clear as mud.
They're all flat earthers and 5G and that kind of thing.
Now I can understand how you would consider somebody to be a flat earther, but I'm not quite so sure how you would consider somebody to be a 5G. But I'm sure he's going to expand on what he means.
Well, for 5G, let's start there. 5G.
And what the hell are you looking at? This is the lens of the camera. It's not over here. Focus, man. Focus.
If 5G's in New Zealand, we don't have COVID, so it hasn't affected us. We don't get sick.
Well, I'm sure the 1,220 people who've been confirmed as having COVID will be overjoyed.
Technology, though, the technology and the IT robots, it's obviously made to replace humanity, to put in robo-dogs, which we saw in Japan and one state, I forgot the name of it.
Are you following along? Because I'm not. I'm lost already and I'm the one making the video. But basically what he's saying is the reason that nobody in New Zealand has COVID-19, even though there are 1,220 confirmed cases and 22 deaths, the reason they don't have it is because they don't have 5G. So even though he's not actually said it, I think he's implying that COVID-19 is caused by 5G, a type of mobile phone signal.
Oh, that's no good, is it?
Well, no, it isn't any good, you're absolutely right. But it's still nowhere near as ridiculous as what he's about to say.
One state in USA took it. Boston took robo-dogs.
What, the entire state of Boston? Or is Boston a state? I don't know. Or do you mean Boston Dynamics, the robotics company who are changing your idea of what robots can do? And incidentally, that's not an actual American company anyway. It's a subsidiary of the Japanese SoftBank Group, and it owns Boston Dynamics exclusively. No, Boston isn't a state, it's a city, and it's the capital city of Massachusetts, and is the largest city in New England. Which of course I already knew, I was just pretending I didn't for comedic effect.
And of course USA have drones, that kind of thing. Well, you know, you need 5G to have a robot monitoring system, like a facial recognition. So I got...
Sorry mate, we're keeping you up, are we? If you were finding your video this boring, God help the rest of us. No, you don't have to have 5G to be able to run drones. There have been drones for many years. 5G's brand new.
We got facial recognition towers, and then doing the same thing, we have drones, then we have robo-dogs. So we live in a
technological age. I think what you're referring to is CCTV. which is there to protect us. And I know my opinion on this differs from some people, but I really don't see the problem with CCTV being there in the first place. It helps so many people. It helps prevent crime. Sometimes. Do you own a business? I do. Have I got CCTV in my shop? Of course I have. Because I don't want people to be able to steal from me, and if they try to, we can catch them, identify them, and pass that information on to the police. What's so terrible about that? And I know maybe some people have got legitimate reasons for not liking CCTV, finding it intrusive, whatever you want to call it. But the majority of the time, it's conspiracy theorists like Eyebrows here who have a problem with CCTV because they live in a permanent paranoid state and they think everybody is watching them and everybody is out to get them. When they're not. We just aren't that important.
Monitoring system now, a monitoring of humanity, and so that's why we need 5G.
Well, that's only partly correct. Yeah, 5G will help with the monitoring, because the only real difference between 5G and 4G is the incredibly fast speeds that 5G is going to be able to provide. We've managed for years and years to get good CCTV footage without 5G. And why do you think that Spot, the robo-dog that was developed and built by Boston Dynamics, is spying on you? Do you often see them wandering around the streets of Boston?
Flat earthers. Well, the reason that flat earth is growing is
because there are lots of gullible idiots like you watching YouTube videos from other people that already believe the earth is flat.
The deception, right? You've got Devon Island being with the rover going around in Devon Island, and then they shoot that and call it Mars.
Would somebody care to call 911 and ask them if they have a department that specialises in putting out pants fires? Because this guy's going to need it. That's not technically true, is it? Devon Island is the largest uninhabited island on Earth. And yes, it does house the Horton Mars Project Research Station, built there by NASA. And what I found from personal experience is the best way to fake something, it's definitely not to keep it secret so nobody knows about it, therefore the fakery is more believable. The best way to go about it is just to tell everyone that you've built a research centre on Devon Island because it closely resembles what we believe the surface of Mars to look like. And then film all the fake footage and tell people that it's really Mars. Duh, I would have thought that was obvious to anyone.
Then what do? In space, you've got these guys that just landed and Elon Musk is woohoo!
Well, I can't say that I've ever noticed that Elon Musk is that camp, but okay.
Yeah, this is amazing. Yet that same guy said we live in a simulation.
Yes, he did. And that would be because Elon Musk is somewhere approaching, getting close to maybe, possibly being completely nuts. But in a good way, of course. Because you know how they say there's a fine line between genius and insanity? Well, Elon Musk lives directly on that line.
We're meant to believe there's Tesla cars in space. There's another thing. We're meant to believe that all these satellite things, and if you go onto a NASA, I forget what they call it, it's NASA anyway, but then it's got another name, and you click in NASA, and then
I think the word you're looking for is website. If you go onto the NASA website. And while we're on the subject of websites, have you seen my swanky new website, creakyblinder.com? You can jump over there if you like and hit the sign up to email list, and I will email you myself and tell you when I release a new video. Tidy!
And people were very open to it. Open to the fact that it was fake. Because they could see the outline of it, they could see it like a puppet show going up and down.
So before we go any further, allow me to evaluate what we've learned about Eyebrows so far. Number one, he's paranoid about absolutely everything it would seem. He thinks 5G is bad. He's clearly a flat earther. He thinks space is fake. And he thinks that COVID-19 isn't actually a thing. He's pretty much checking all the conspiracy theorist boxes, isn't he?
So when the Antifa bring these arguments up, it's like, well, yeah, this is the, you're trying to tinfoil hat me, but,
Oh, I'm not entirely sure why you keep bringing Antifa up or what they have to do with any of these conspiracy theories in the first place. Why are you blaming them for everything? Why would a political group have anything to do with lying to you about the shape of the Earth or whether or not space is real? And if you're worried about people labelling you as a tinfoil hat wearing conspiracy moron, then my best advice would be to stop making videos like this and uploading them to YouTube.
You haven't got the facts here, but they're not willing to listen. They're just going to go, oh, they haven't got enough time for this. Well, you got to bring an argument up so I can counter your argument. It's just like they're trying to get out of it.
Let's focus in on the fact that he's a flat earther and he's talking about you haven't got any facts. So what facts exactly do flat earthers have when they're trying to make their stupid, childish argument about the shape of the Earth? Show me water sticking to the outside of a ball.
No!
Spooky. When I look at the horizon, it looks flat, so therefore, the Earth must be. But apart from that, there is no argument for the shape of the Earth. Not that that's an argument anyway, but you can kind of, sort of see what I mean, yeah?
But we need to do it. We need to interact with these people in the comment section. Don't leave their comment up there with little comrade Antifa types going under the comments.
Well, okay, now you're talking my language. And by way of an experiment, everybody watching this now, let's do exactly that. I will link this video down below. Let's head over to his comment section and see how prepared he is to actually interact with people who don't believe the same crap he does. And then we'll revisit it. Because I strongly suspect that he isn't going to be happy to see so many of you lovely people in his comment section. And you know, the funniest thing about this entire video, not my video, his video, he titled it How to Explain the Brainwashing of Science and Education. And all he's achieved in his own video is a perfect demonstration of just how brainwashed conspiracy theorists are. And I always find it funny that they try to spin that around and put it on us. People that are able and willing to accept reality. Tidy! Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you are new. Obviously only if you enjoyed the video. You may as well, it's free. And don't forget to check your notifications as well. Please sign up to the mailing list on the website and I will email you and let you know when new videos go up. And I will see you tomorrow night on the Agree to Disagree channel. Take care everyone. Bye bye.
Alright, watch this next. But before you do, make sure you subscribe. By order of the Creaky Blinder.